Right now at
This is
10.
not a low priority for me, just in case anyone is wondering about that at this point.
Housing the unsheltered. La Crosse City staff and nonprofits are trying to work out a plan to help the homeless before winter. And a La Crosse man is charged with possession of child pornography less than 2 years after finishing probation for similar charges in another state. Plus, flying high. A La Crosse veteran keeps breaking down barriers as she prepares for the trip of a lifetime.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Amy is off tonight. 7 weeks. That's roughly how long the city of La Crosse has to find a place to house its unsheltered population. According to Coulee Cap's latest count, 140 people are living unsheltered in the city, most at Huska Park. But the campground closes on October 31st. City staff and social service providers have been meeting for weeks to put together a plan for the winter. But during a meeting with council members tonight, La Crosse's homeless coordinator said the group is not yet ready to release a location or possible cost. Several council members appeared frustrated, reminding committee members that winter will not wait. Others are worried the community will not have time to weigh in. Last spring, the city tried to buy a motel to house the unsheltered. The deal was not popular with the public and ultimately fell apart. Mayor Mitch Reynolds says finding a winter shelter is his priority, and the committee is working hard not to repeat the past.
And I know that you're impatient, and I know you want concrete plans for us to point to and say, we're going to do this, and the city's going to take care of this and take care of that. How did that go for us?
One of the ideas the committee is considering is declaring a state of emergency. That could clear the way for federal grant money and the ability to quickly rezone a property as a shelter. La Crosse's homeless coordinator could not say when the committee will release its plan. Time now to switch it up. Send it over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for a quick look at your forecast.
Well, a good evening to all of you. Here's what you need to know over the next 24 hours or so. We've got some patchy fog possible late tonight into tomorrow morning. Once again, some low clouds in spots as well, much like we saw this morning. Warmer the next 3 days, highs well into the 80s, and still dry. Next rain chance not until Friday night as we enter the weekend. Seasonable today, 81 in La Crosse, 80 in Eau Claire, 80 in Black River Falls, 79 in Winona, and 76 in Viroqua. Skies are mainly clear across the region right now. Our temperature at 68 in La Crosse, 64 in Winona and Eau Claire, 60 in Sparta, and 64 in Prairie du Chien. Clear to partly cloudy, a little bit muggier tonight. Again, that patchy fog chance late tonight, early tomorrow. Lows in La Crosse around 61 degrees. Schoolcast for our Wednesday. Low 60s to start, 77 for the lunch hour, and afternoon highs in the lower to middle 80s, a rather summer-like day in store for tomorrow. Thursday and Friday looking summer-like as well. We'll talk more details about that in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Well, a La Crosse man is charged with the sexual exploitation of a child and possession of child pornography, both repeat offenses. Sean Melford was previously convicted of possession of child pornography and attempted extortion in California back in 2017. His probation for those charges ended last year. According to the criminal complaint, a La Crosse investigator got a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children about videos and images viewed from a La Crosse address. Investigators identified Melford as the person allegedly sending pictures and videos. After he was arrested, police say they found more images on his phone. A La Crosse judge set Melford's bond at $2,500 cash. According to online records, Melford is no longer in La Crosse County Jail. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, but there is help. This week is National Suicide Prevention Week, a week dedicated to raising awareness about suicide and its warning signs. La Crosse health officials tell us that last year, La Crosse County set a record with 26 suicide-related deaths. So far this year, 13 people have died by suicide. Carla Lundeen is the director of Great Rivers 211, a crisis hotline. She says the numbers are alarming, but there are ways to recognize that when someone needs help. Lundeen says look for warning signs like a change in behavior or withdrawal from friends and family.
You'll get this feeling in your gut that this person's behaviors or the way they're acting is just different.
Other signs include talking about suicide or feeling like a burden on people or society. According to Lundeen, this year alone, 211 has taken 1,250 calls related to suicidal thoughts. She says most times people are just looking for someone to reach out and listen. So if you or someone you know is considering suicide, know that there is help. You can contact the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. The Republican candidate for Wisconsin's 3rd congressional district says it's unfair for many working families to have to abide by President Biden's newest loan forgiveness policy. Derek Van Orden hosted a roundtable in La Crosse today for blue-collar workers. Van Orden says that Biden's policy is un-American.
It's patently unfair for the United States government to compel the folks that are in this room to pay $2,500 out of their pocket to pay off someone else's degree that they their college debt that they voluntarily took out. It's just unfair.
The roundtable event comes as President Biden spent his Labor Day weekend in Wisconsin at Labor Fest. Biden announced last month that federal student loan borrowers making less than $125,000 a year would be eligible to have up to $10,000 forgiven, with others eligible for up to $20,000 forgiven. Democratic candidate for U.S. Senate Mandela Barnes is meeting with labor leaders and workers in the Green Bay area. The current lieutenant governor emphasized his support for organized labor and says rebuilding the middle class and lowering costs are important for his vision. Barnes was noticeably absent during President Biden's appearance at Labor Fest on Labor Day. Today, Barnes explaining why he didn't join the president in Milwaukee.
We were actually in Racine, took groceries down to striking UAW workers, people who've been out there for about 120 days or more, and that's where my priority has been.
Today, Barnes also reaffirmed his stance on abortion, saying it is about personal freedom, and he says the Supreme Court has wrongly taken away that freedom. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services is expanding its monkeypox vaccine eligibility criteria. As of today, 63 cases of monkeypox have been identified in the state. Nearly 98% of those cases are in men. With about 58 sites administering the vaccine in Wisconsin, DHS is calling upon all vaccinators to expand their outreach efforts to the communities that are being hit hardest. People eligible now include anyone identified as known contacts by public health officials, as well as people who know a sexual partner in the last 14 days was diagnosed with monkeypox. We have the full eligibility criteria on news8000.com right now. DHS warns people to stay clear of anyone who has tested positive for monkeypox, even if they're feeling better, because they might still be infectious.
To be infectious for as long as they have skin lesions. So someone whose skin lesions are not completely healed can be considered to be infectious or contagious to others, even if they're feeling a lot better or not having any new symptoms.
DHS has ordered any and all vaccines allowed by the federal government. As of now, there are a total of 3,800 vials available to Wisconsin. Stepping Out in Pink is this Saturday in La Crosse. The annual event raises money for breast cancer research. Experts say that research is crucial for doctors to better treat their patients. Medical professionals at Gundersen say that while doctors in the past may have treated the cancer as if it impacts all women the same, precision medicine in the last decade now allows doctors to cater more to the individual.
We're really trying to understand the genetic differences between these tumors so that we can offer patients specific treatments that are tailored for the disease that they actually have, rather than the average disease that the average breast cancer patient tends to have.
Stepping Out in Pink this Saturday morning at La Crosse's Riverside Park. Coming up, sleepless nights, the product recall in the millions that's affecting those with a common sleeping disorder. And later, a game-changing grant is poised to help a social service agency help more kids and their families.
It's fast food and service with authentic Mexican flavor at Senor Villa. With fun daily specials and cold, refreshing margaritas you won't want to miss. Come to Senor Villa in La Crosse and on Alaska. Authentic Mexican food and flavor.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota BX Series for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, plus save up to $700.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michaels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'd drain millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michaels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you, his future or theirs?
Ladies, are you tired of the same old happy hour? How about buy one, get one free margaritas? Join us for fun and fiesta on Adelita Wednesdays, only at Senor Villa. Authentic Mexican food and flavor.
Millions of masks used with sleep apnea machines are being recalled over safety concerns. Philips Respironics is recalling more than 17 million masks used with their continuous positive airway pressure, or CPAP machines. Magnets connect and hold the mask parts in place, but they can affect implanted metal medical devices like aneurysm clips and pacemakers. At least 14 serious injuries have been reported. The FDA says people can continue to use the products if they or people around them do not have implanted metal objects in their body. Popular e-cigarette maker Juul will pay almost $440 million to dozens of states in a settlement. A 2-year probe into the company's marketing and sales practices found Juul deliberately marketed its products to young people, even though e-cigarette sales to underage people are illegal. The current settlement will limit Juul's sales and marketing abilities. In June, the FDA ordered Juul to stop selling its products, but a court blocked the FDA ban, so the products are still for sale in the United States. Still to come tonight, cooperation in the Coon Valley area. A watershed council and local farmers are banding together to reduce flood damage.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. It's officially meteorological fall, but it's going to feel more like summer the next 2 or 3 days. I'll explain with my 8-day forecast up next.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run, presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
Nice welcomes you. Nice has your back. Nice laughs at your jokes. Nice goes out of its way just to make sure. At Western National Insurance, nice is more than, well, nice. It's our whole deal. And when you experience it, it's pretty nice. Western National Insurance, the power of nice.
Derek Van Orden, former U.S. Navy SEAL. Over 20 years of active duty, defending America in hostile territory. 5 combat tours, hundreds of missions, sea, air, and land. Now, he's on the most important no-fail mission of his life.
Saving America for my grandchildren and yours.
Grandpa, we're just going to the park.
Yes, we are. You guys ready? Yeah. Derek Van Orden and I approve this mission and this message.
All good plans eventually deteriorate into hard work. Brandy, Anna, Cammie, Martha, Mark, Mars, Dave, and Dan are here to help with your plan. Operations gets things ordered and scheduled. And this is where the rubber hits the road. A great team of carpenters, plumbers, and electricians to assure your project is on time and on budget. The Board Store for windows and doors, bathrooms and kitchens, sunrooms and siding, and more. Call or visit today.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Join us for Steppin' Out in Pink at Riverside Park, Saturday, September 10th. Help raise money to support breast cancer research at the Gundersen Norma J. Vinger Center for Breast Care. The 2002 Taste of Summer Beer and Wine Tasting is happening Saturday, September 10th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Clearwater Farm on Alaska.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Run forward and give back at the YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run, presented by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Join us in person or virtual with a 5K, 5-mile, half marathon, and kids fun run, an event for everyone. Register at laxymca.org.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by the Board Store. A new entry door is like a smile on the face of your home. As the only Pro Via Platinum dealer in the area, the Board Store can help you design the door that welcomes you home.
One of the region's largest social service agencies is expanding its home visiting program thanks to a large state grant. The Minnesota Department of Health is giving Winona's Family and Children's Center $1.25 million over 5 years to bring the Healthy Families program to Winona. The program conducts early intervention and prevention services for young children facing difficult home situations. Their goal is to intervene as early as possible to help children and families, and their president says these resources are coming at a time when Winona County needs them most.
Winona County is one of the 12 at-risk communities in the state of Minnesota, so it's really important that it comes here, right? And this program and the expansion of this program will help 40 families.
Family and Children's Center is based out of La Crosse, but also has centers in Winona, Black River Falls, Sparta, and Viroqua. Making running water walk. That is the goal of the Coon Creek Community Watershed Council. The group is celebrating 1 year of working with area farmers and landowners. After the record flooding of 2018 and other flooding events in following years, community members living in and near Coon Valley created the Watershed Council. They're taking strategies developed in the 1930s by the Civilian Conservation Corps, along with newer practices to help reduce soil erosion and slow floodwaters.
We got introduced to cover crops, keeping roots in the ground, which increases infiltration, things that people can do. We've seen different farming practices that can be implemented.
One Watershed Council member has lived on his farm for 70 years. He started using no-tilling practices roughly 15 years ago, and he says he's going to continue trying new ways to prevent soil erosion.
There's other things I'm going to try, cover crops this year that I haven't done because of the watershed. Yeah, it's an extra cost, but it builds the soil up, holds the soil in place.
The more soil farmers can keep in place on the slopes of the bluffs, the more they can slow down rainwater and help prevent flash flooding. The Watershed Council is holding a celebration tomorrow evening. There will be food, live music, and a rainfall simulator to help educate visitors about conservation practices. Everything starts up at 6 p.m. at the Coon Valley Veterans Memorial Park. Let's switch it up, talk some weather. I mean, we're into fall. Football's going on right now, but more so feeling like summer temperatures these days, Bill.
Yeah, in fact, 4 of the first 6 days of this month, we've seen highs of 80 degrees or warmer. In fact, 3 of those were above average last Thursday and Friday, Saturday right at average, and then that 81 today, a bit above average. And pretty much mark my words that we're going to color these next 3 squares in red as well, with temperatures above average. In fact, high temperatures well into the 80s. Notice little haze on our time lapse from earlier this morning. This is actually a little bit of smoke from, unfortunately, a lot of wildfires out to the west. Now, the good news around here is it makes for some enhanced colors sometimes for that sunrise and sunset, and that's exactly what we saw this evening with some nice colors out there. In fact, I was in Oregon this past weekend. Here's what it looked like from 35,000 feet. This was somewhere over Idaho, and unfortunately, this is a common scene. Pretty much as we were flying from Seattle to Minneapolis, you would see this all the time across portions of Washington, Idaho, Montana, even Wyoming, Oregon, California, all seeing a lot of wildfires, and that smoke tends to blow west to east and will filter across our area from time to time. So you may notice that kind of hazy look to the sky at times. All right, allergy report. Ragweed, weeds, and mold spores, high symptoms tomorrow and Thursday. Ragweed levels should start to fall a little bit later this week or next week. Currently, skies are clear. Our high today, 81, the low 60. Not too far off those averages of 79 and 58, and no rainfall today. 1/4 of an inch for the month. That puts us almost a 1/2 inch below average, so we could use a little bit of rainfall. 68 out at the airport, 69 downtown at the station. Winds are light, and the Mississippi continues to gradually fall right at 5 feet now. 64, a few clouds in Eau Claire. Winds are calm there. Dew point at 61, so a little bit muggier than what we saw 24 hours ago. Temperatures mainly in the 60s, some 70s still over towards the west, even 76. Up in the Twin Cities, little urban heat island effect going on there. Mid-50s in places like Sparta, Volkfield, and Black River Falls. The rest of us in the low to mid-60s. Dew points between about 60 and 66 for some. That puts us in that slightly sticky range. And that's what it's going to be overnight, with dew points in the low to mid-60s, even into tomorrow, a little bit muggier as well, and you'll probably feel that with a little bit of humidity. And with light winds, we could see some patchy fog once again. Most of the thicker fog being advertised again over southeastern Wisconsin, but we could see some patchy fog, especially in some of the river valleys and coulees, before it quickly mixes out by about 9 o'clock. Otherwise, we could see some low cloudiness scattered about like we saw this morning. Main storm track well to the north, so that's going to keep us high and dry tonight and tomorrow. Again, just some passing clouds in the morning, maybe some patchy fog. Otherwise, lots of sunshine again for tomorrow. And then more of the same as we head into Thursday. A few clouds in the morning. Otherwise, a lot of sunshine, a little bit breezier, but those south winds will keep temperatures well above average. So for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, some patchy fog late, lows in the cross around 61. Pretty bright moon out there. It's going to be full soon. 85 tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny and warmer. And summer-like, breezy. 87 on Thursday, 86 on Friday. Again, that next chance of showers Friday night and into Saturday. Kind of bad timing for the weekend, but not looking like an all-day washout. Small chance of showers on Sunday. Definitely cooler this weekend. Highs in the low to mid 70s. Pretty pleasant to start next week. Highs around 76 on Monday, 78 on Tuesday, 81 on Wednesday. But get ready to stay cool the next 3 days. It's going to be pretty warm.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, the results of our poll to decide the latest Play of the Week winner and a big night of local fall sports competition. Logan Volleyball putting on a show against Aquinas. Rob's in next.
News 8 Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or treatment for a complex condition, Mayo Clinic Health System has convenient and safe options for the care you and your family need.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing, and I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. Kickstands are up on the 22 riding season. Come experience it with us. We'll be having events all season long, whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years. We want to see you here.
Shake, rattle, and roll on over to the 25th annual Elvis Explosion, September 9th, 10th, and 11th, live at the La Crosse Center. Come and witness over 40 tribute artists battle it out for over $25,000 in cash and prizes. Tickets are available at the box office, Ticketmaster.com, or days of shows. That's the Elvis Explosion, September 9th, 10th, and 11th at the La Crosse Center. And I'll see you there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dear Senator Johnson, living on a fixed income, it's a struggle. I paid into Social Security and Medicare every paycheck. So it was a slap in the face when you voted to weaken Medicare. That would increase out-of-pocket costs. And when you wanted to let Wall Street gamble with Social Security. Senator Johnson, you look out for yourself and your fat cat donors, but have forgotten about us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Jam-packed night of high school sports. We'll start on the volleyball court. Aquinas undefeated so far in conference play. Logan looking for its first conference win. Let's go to Aquinas High School. MVC Clash, Blue Goals Rangers squaring off, and Logan came to play in the first. Jazzy Davis, one of her 10 kills on the night. Rangers take the first set 25-21. Late second set now, Logan up 3. Macy Donarski to Sydney Emineth for the kill. Aquinas cuts the deficit to 2, but the Rangers immune to the pressure. And Logan showing off its size at the net. Davis right there for the block. Blue Goals can't handle it. It's 2-0 Rangers after 2. Let's go to the third. Rangers in control. Ava Detweiler backwards set to Davis going up high again. It's 14-6. Then more of the same. This time, Detweiler to Hennessy Schaefer, who slams it home. 9-point lead for the Rangers. And then check out this effort from Logan. Detweiler keeping it alive. Blue Goals try to answer, but Davis comes up clutch, her biggest block of the night. How about the Logan Rangers? They get their first conference win as they get the sweep on the road over Aquinas. Let's head to Sparta. The Spartans hosting Holman tonight in the first. Raina McCardle is going to seal it for the Vikings. That ace clinches the first set 25-17. Second set now. Vikings still in control. Kyla Krisnovich wrapping this set up. 15 kills on the night for the senior. Holman goes up 2-0. But here come the Spartans in the third. Ellie Faulkner, nice touch at the net. That tip's good. Sparta wins the third, but the Vikings too strong tonight. And who else but Krisnovich to seal the win for Holman. Vikings get the win in 4 sets over Sparta. Now for some boys soccer, Aquinas leading lacrosse. Logan by 1 in the second half. Rangers putting the pressure on. Estan Everline with a shot on goal, but Kyler Gagermeyer with the stop. And then the rebound gets another stop to keep Aquinas on top. Later in the half, Joey Hirschbeck with ball. And watch Andrew Sutton just outpace everyone. Makes a move on the goalie into the net for the score. 18th on the season. Blue Goals get their first conference win. Staying in the MVC, Hilltoppers hosting West Salem tonight. First half, Max Worster. Right place, right time. Off the deflection, he's there to put it in for Onalaska, but West Salem gets on the board here with this penalty shot from Nick Ziegler. That makes it 2-1, but check out this play from Onalaska's Griffin Schultz. Off the steal, Schultz is going to take it the length of the field. A one-man fast break. He's going to finish this one in style. The crossover, he finds the twine. What a goal from Schultz. Hilltoppers go on to win it 3-1. And in Toma, the Timberwolves hosting La Crosse Central tonight. First half, Devin Wilkerson making a run past the entire Toma defense. Then a little chip shot finish off the post into the net for the goal. But after a Central handball in the box, Toma with a chance to tie it. Ty Richard buries it in the net. A lot of good shots on goal the rest of the way, but this one would end in a 1-1 tie. Let's head out to Sparta High School. The Spartans at home hosting Holman early in the first. The Vikings with a chance to get on the board. This shot right here is blocked. Great second effort. Holman jumps out in front. 1-0. Let's fast forward just a couple of minutes later. Vikings on the move again. Check out this play right here. Great footwork. Lefty slices pure. What a shot. Holman jumps out in front. 2-0 in the first half. Vikings get the shutout win 5-0. And the votes are in. Our News 8 Now play of the week comes from Bangor. The Cardinals are perfect on the year. So was this catch from Samuel Kropp. One-handed snag. Bangor gets the shutout win over Royal. That was a phenomenal catch on Thursday night. That was on Thursday night. But how about the Logan Rangers?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's why you play the games. They hadn't won a conference game yet.
Yeah.
Aquinas was undefeated, especially after that 5-set thriller last week.
Yeah, against a good Holman team, too.
But you just never know with these conference games.
That's the beauty of MVC volleyball,
It's
right?
unbelievable.
A lot of variety,
yeah.
A lot of surprise performances for sure.
And to do it on the road, too. I mean,
that was a good crowd there, too.
Yeah, great crowd, great student section. I was right next to them.
Nice.
But it was awesome.
Awesome.
Had a good time.
Excellent. That's all we can hope for.
That's
a great
what,
time for Rob Schiff
exactly.
out there. Hey, a lot of local sports. You love to see it. Thanks a lot, man.
You got it.
More news after the break.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools and give it to private schools instead? His plan would increase property taxes by $500 million. Tim Michaels is too radical and too divisive.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy from Menards. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Save 11% on all Dutch Boy paints now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You're missing time from work, bills are piling up, you have doctor's appointments, you're being harassed by insurance adjusters who are trying to get you to settle your claim. At Bygoff and Rohde, we take that chaos from you. We'll get the medical bills submitted. We'll deal with the insurance companies. We'll make sure that you get the compensation that you deserve. At Bygoff and Rohde, we get results.
LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors has been selling, servicing, and installing garage doors since 1964 and believe garage doors should be exceptional quality and craftsmanship. We guarantee to help you select a door to fit all of your needs. We offer a large stock inventory of CHI overhead doors, including residential, commercial, rolling steel, and high-speed doors. Visit our website and design the door of your dreams with CHI Door Visions. Get your free quote today.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Badger 5 Double Jackpot Days. If a jackpot is won, there's a 1 in 2 chance that it doubles. This offer is included with every Badger 5 purchase, only in September. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
Did you know Tim Michaels pledged to cut millions from public schools?
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'll drain classrooms and gut school funding. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
A lacrosse woman is getting ready to take the trip of a lifetime to Washington, D.C. on the Freedom Honor Flight. During her service, Vietnam veteran Alice Holstein broke gender barriers in the Air Force, and now she's breaking barriers for mental health.
It takes courage to pave the way, and Alice Holstein has plenty of that.
Being the first woman was difficult because you have to be 150% better than a man.
Alice was the first woman to run a combat intelligence shop for the B-52 nuclear mission. She was also the first sent overseas with bombers for Vietnam operations. Alice wasn't drafted for the Vietnam War. She volunteered.
And I was tired of sitting on my duff, and I wanted to do something for my country.
Much like her father in World War II.
Did not need to go to war, but enlisted because he felt like he had to go. He was very proud of me because I had done that. But I didn't do it because he did it.
Alice persevered through officer training school, then intelligence school.
And a lot of the women didn't make it. It was a real testing of who you were.
At home and overseas, Alice pushed through.
It made me feel pretty unwanted and like I was in the way.
But when in uniform, Alice stood her ground.
When I was briefing the officers on Guam, they would listen to me.
Alice's return to the U.S., like other Vietnam veterans, was hard.
I didn't admit that I had been in the military for a long time.
Alice didn't come home to La Crosse until after she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
The doctors told me that it was a pretty bleak prognosis, and I got angry at them for that bleakness and said, I'm going to be as well as I can be.
Alice says she found strength and hope working at the VA as an awarded peer support specialist.
I have what I call a circle of love around me.
Now professionally retired, she continues to pave the way for mental health.
That's the thing about being in the service, is that there's this invisible bond.
A bond that Alice will share with her brothers and sisters in arms on the Freedom Honor Flight. In La Crosse, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
Alice is also an author and serves on community mental health boards. She says she's looking forward to sharing this experience with her fellow veterans. And Emily Haugen will also be a part of another one of Alice's first this weekend on the Freedom Honor Flight. It takes off for Washington, D.C. on Saturday morning. It'll be exciting for sure. We'll be right back.
Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat.
Here's Mandela Barnes avoiding questions about his unpaid taxes.
He stormed out of an interview after being asked about his unpaid property taxes.
Barnes also paid no income tax, yet Barnes supports Biden's tax increase on working families and an army of new IRS agents to audit middle-class families. Mandela Barnes, higher taxes for you, unpaid taxes for him. Wisconsin Truth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
They want to talk about property taxes.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the triple pet pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Get up to 50% off list prices or more at our Labor Day mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this special purchase Sealy Posturepedic for just $5.99, or this ultra firm Sealy Posturepedic for $10.99. For your easiest shopping ever, Slumberland Furniture.
Well, checking that visibility chart, already starting to see some patchy fog around Black River Falls, Volkfield, and Boscobel. So watch out for that late tonight and into tomorrow morning. Otherwise, 61 tonight, 85 tomorrow, and still in the 80s, well into the 80s on Thursday and Friday.
That's a lot to like there. And I know you had a lot of local sports, but also Brewers just took the lead over the Rockies in the 10th inning.
Rockies are batting, though.
Yeah, they might blow it. Thanks for watching tonight at 10. See you tomorrow.